Be the square root person in your environment. This is part two of how we can apply Price's Law to our life in a practical way and a philosophical way. If you weren't here for part one, I'll give you a quick recap and a quick summary of what Price's Law is if you're not familiar with the law. So basically, the claim is that 50% of the output of a domain is produced by the square root of the domain. Now, what does that mean? If I have 100 people on a sales team, only 10 of those 100 people are going to produce half of the sales for the entire group. The remaining half is going to come from the other 90. If I have 100 tomato plants, half of the tomatoes that I harvest will be produced by only 10 of the plants. If I post 100 videos on this page, only 10 of them are going to drive half of my engagement, my follows, my views. So anyway, that's just a quick summary. Now, how can we apply this? Where I left off in the last video, I was talking about what I took away from Price's Law is understanding that not all activities are equal. So, for example, a handful of your actions will shape most of your outcomes. That can mean a few key relationships in your life will determine most of your peace or stress. A few habits will define most of your health, and that's good or bad. A few decisions define most of your destiny. That's also good or bad. So identify the areas in your life that produce the most fruit and focus all of your time and energy in those areas. So for example, I do basketball training, and I remember when I just got started, I was doing all private sessions, like only one-on-one coaching sessions. But what I realized is if I started doing group sessions, which means just getting multiple kids in the gym at the same time, I was making way more, charging my clients less, and saving so much time, effort, and energy, which gave me way more flexibility. So that was a square root area that I identified in my life. And then I started doubling down on that, right? So then after that, I only did group sessions going forward. So I'll just give you some numbers to help you make the connection. For a private session, I might charge like $75 for an hour. But in a group session, I can charge $50 per player and get 10 kids in the gym at the same time, and now I make $500 in 1 hour instead of 75. So use Price's Law to identify square root activities and habits so you can strategically become a square root person, someone who produces results exponentially, someone who truly moves the mission forward in any environment, whether that's work, ministry, sports, whatever it is. Ask yourself, am I one of the few who is truly creating value? Mediocrity multiplies way faster than excellence. Don't be mediocre, be excellent. My name is Zach. This is Net Worth. I'm building a $30 million brand in 1 year. If you want to grow in the process with me, drop a follow. Also, the link for my Patreon is in the bio. Y'all have a good day.